Hey guys, welcome back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X. I'm Aesthetic. With me again is Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Canuck Dude.
Hey.
And Skylar.
Heyo.
Yeah, so first we're turning that motion blur off, and then we're going to the second exclusive level, the construction site. We're going to get some verticality in our Tony Hawk. Once I remember to go to the 2X campaign.
Oh, that's right,
yeah. Yeah, but the construction site is kind of interesting because you'll see it is a little bit janky, but they did have, an idea, a vision, like trying to get that more sort of vertical element to it. And once I get the 5 challenges, this level actually has a little extra, a little Easter egg with it that I'm going to show off as well.
You know what this one reminds me of? This reminds me of the Canada level because of that area where you gotta hop up and down the trees to get up to the very top. That's what hopping up and down this construction site reminds me of.
Yeah, this level is so Canadian,
Yeah, well, maybe the level was just Canada. It took place in Canada.
As someone who used to live there, I can confirm it was exactly like that.
Yeah, there's just, skateboarders skateboarding up trees and... where does this one take place? Does it say the
Dallas,
Texas? As somebody who's gone to Texas once, I can confirm this is what Texas is like.
As someone who has also been to Texas once, this is exactly what Texas is like.
There's, construction sites with fun boxes set up. Don't know why those are there,
Workers
but they
just
are.
want to have fun, Matt. Okay.
Yeah,
I know. And there's ramps everywhere, and there's always a skateboarder going around.
Your grandfathers died for their rights to skateboard on the job, all right?
well, yeah. Lunch break rolls around, all those buff construction workers, clock out for the lunch hour, go to their pickup trucks, grab their skateboards, and start shredding the place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, can you fall out of the level?
Yes.
In this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
always
always
just respawns you.
Okay. Then, it always kind of bugs me in levels like this whenever I can grind to the outer ring like that and then accidentally fall out. Or like the ones where I don't have the option to grind on the part and fall out of the level.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of interesting. Like, you look around and it's kind of that orange skybox with, like, these looming
wasteland
silhouettes in the distance.
Yeah.
Like
that's what Texas looks like if you've ever been there.
Right, Texas just looks like an apocalypse is coming towards you.
Yeah, it's like an apocalyptic waste.
Have you ever seen a tornado?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Texas? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been okay with this if this was like another part of Texas where that it's more open. But since they picked Dallas is so crowded. But here it's like nothing to be seen in the 3 million mile radius.
Dude, yeah, it's straight up like you look around and there's just like that one massive building in the background right there. Dude, it's like the end of Evangelion. It's like the fucking, you're gonna turn and look and there's gonna be the massive ass face over there on the poster.
Hang on, wait. Go up in the air again? Hang on, let me see. Let me get a good look when you fly up in the air.
This is post-commentary. I can't do it just because
no, hang on. Oh, there he is. I see Shinji. He's in the background.
Yeah.
There he is. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, there he is.
Man, I love the Evangelions. It's my favorite anime.
Yeah.
Connor, how about you do
anime.
something now that this is pre-recorded?
All right, so we're going to go up through the construction site and getting skate along the way. And
I like that. I like that skate setup where it's like on each floor. And I like how each floor has like a little different thing,
Yeah, different layout.
It's like its own little mini skate park.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Except if you fall, you die.
It's like that game Dying Light, when you have to climb up those stupid towers.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot that Power Man 5000 was in this game.
Yeah?
This was the first ever Dying Light type game.
Yeah.
Oh, the big drop.
Yeah,
I
there you
hated
go.
that feature so
bottom.
much.
Now the zombies are going to eat you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you don't want to get outside the map. Like that.
Oh, but there you go.
drugs.
Don't do
She's
drugs.
dead.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a way to make Tony Hawk 2 the true first Strand type game.
Stranding game.
I mean, we determined Descenders was actually a Strand type game. I'm wondering how Tony Hawk 2 is a Strand. I'll have to keep thinking about it.
I didn't know there was a little way back up.
But yeah, there's a way up, even and got a little obvious gap there.
I like that. That's cool.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, okay, now that I'm up here, I guess I'll try to
Get over here.
Do something that works. Nope.
It's
This is back
punishing
to
you
that.
for taking
This
the
is back
easy
to that
way.
Tony Hawk is a platformer thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like you got to platform your way up there.
This level legit is a platformer.
I like that. I forgot this level had that. There's a roof on the outside of the fence on the borderline that has a quarter pipe on top of it. I just saw
Yeah.
that you could skate technically outside of the zone.
Yeah, there's
I like that.
small little areas on top of the buildings, and that'll actually come into play as part of
Oh, that does have a gap. Okay.
extra little Easter egg. Yeah.
Have you noticed a lot of the gaps in Tony Hawk's 2 are blank to blank? There's so many of those.
Yeah.
You were
that's
showing
what a
off all the
that's what a
gaps
gap
in your
is.
stream. It was like roof to roof, kicker to kicker, rail to rail.
Yeah.
Because that's what a gap is.
That's what a
Yeah,
gap is.
and that
yeah.
one's dozer to dozer.
I mean, it is kind of like, there's no gap list for these 2X exclusive levels. These are not
yeah.
in the gap list in 2X.
Interesting.
Or, like, the gap list does not feature these levels. So it's like, genuinely, there's no collection of them online, because also you don't need to get all these gaps. Like, to get Trixie, it's not Private Carrera in this game, it's Trixie. You still only need to get all the gaps Hangar through Bullring, the original levels.
You don't need to do the Tony Hawk 1 gaps?
No, you don't need to do the Tony Hawk 1 gaps, and you don't actually need to do Crane Drop or Skate Heaven. I was wrong on that.
Interesting.
But yeah, so like these new levels that have a bunch of gaps in them that are just kind of uncharted territory, unknown.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that was a cool trick. I don't know.
Aw.
Don't know why
Well,
they
I mean,
didn't give you points for that one.
Spider-Man's still in this game, so I picked up a few
Yeah.
tips from him.
Oh,
He asked them how to skate.
Yeah.
Does whatever a skater man can.
Yeah. So here I am, shredding this construction site.
Shredding everything I can.
Yeah, I don't have more than that.
Yep.
Oh.
Moving on to what I am.
Yeah, I'm
Pretending
not
I'm
exactly good at parody
Spider-Man.
songs, yeah.
I got one. Leap tall hose in a single bound.
Yeah.
I actually really briefly wanted to point this out, but in this game, in this video and the last one, you've been doing like those backflip tricks with
Yeah.
spins, which you can't do in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 Vanilla.
Yeah.
You just, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of weird, actually. Yeah, like the indie backflip and oh god, there's a front flip special trick that's the same way. Yeah, in the original Tony Hawk 2, you cannot do anything else while doing those. It's like a high risk, high reward sort of special trick. But here in 2X, for some reason, you can spin while doing those tricks if you use the analog stick. You can't use the D-pad or the triggers, but if you spin with the analog stick, you can spin while those animations are going on.
Yeah, with full stats, you can do a 900 the 900. It's great. You get like
yeah.
78,000 points.
I didn't know the 900 worked with that as well.
Yep.
Huh.
It looks really stupid. You either like spin 1800 degrees or spin like 180 degrees while like kind of moving your limbs weirdly.
Yeah, that's always great in games where there's like a trick that involves spinning around a lot and you can mess up the animation by going with it. Like SSX Tricky, some of those Uber tricks where you spin around a lot. Yeah, you can either spin with it and become like a tornado, or spin against it and just make it look really awkward. But so we're here in Free Skate now to do it's not really an Easter egg, but it is something that is changeable that you might not expect, and that is with this crane. If we actually jump and get up on the crane, there will be, I think, 2 gaps. Edith says, and try the Transformers. I don't know how you're supposed to land those gaps, because you can't actually ride on the crane. It'll crash you if you try to land on the crane. But, yeah, if you look up on the buildings that are around the perimeter, you could see some Transformers up there. And so we actually need to hit those and break them. And once we do all of that, we'll actually be able to change the position of the crane.
Really now?
Yeah.
I never knew
get
this.
up here. Huh.
Those gaps are purely there for riddle hints, basically.
Yeah.
And that's how you send a message to the player.
Yeah.
That is kind of an interesting method of sending stuff to the player, just by gaps they do.
That's kind of interesting, because I bet that's why they don't care about like the gaps in these levels, because if they made that important, then you'd never be able to land those gaps, and therefore the game would be like, uncompletable.
Yeah.
Well, to
I
be fair,
didn't
they
even
could
know
have
you
also
could
just
get up on
ignored
those two
two.
roofs.
Yeah. So getting up onto the buildings here is kind of tough, actually. It's like trying to do this, it gives you a different result every time. Like trying to jump on this and then trying to jump up and be on the building and not, you're going to see me just whiffing around.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
was this level scrapped for Tony Hawk 1 or scrapped for Tony Hawk 2?
I think this level was made for 2X to show off, like, the improved draw distance.
I thought it was made from, like, a scrapped level, though, wasn't it? Isn't that what we said?
It was 2.
It was 2? Okay.
I'm like 90% sure.
The only thing that I can
wasn't
think
for
of
1
is
then, it was just
the
scrapped.
No.
freeway
It
that was in
definitely-
the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 beta. Like, the freeway that was nowhere near finished.
Gotcha. Freeway would not have been probably a very fun area anyway.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, this definitely wouldn't have worked in Pro Skater 1 anyway, just in the way the map is.
Right, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Freeway could be fun. Anyone remember the Highway 47?
Yeah, that's why I
Maybe
say
two?
it probably wouldn't be fun.
It was great fun. Oh, but all right. So we hit all
here we go.
6 transformers, and look, the crane has dipped to allow easier access to it. So now we get back up to the top, and we can get on it easier, and there will actually be different gap names now.
Damn, the bonelesses are so smooth in this game. You just like glide from those bonelesses. I like it.
Yeah. He's kind of...
Before the bonelesses started to look a little silly, I think. From either 4 or 3, they started to look a little goofy, but I like the way they look at
Good
this one.
save. Good save.
I'll have to kind of look at, I guess, how they look. I
Actually,
never really kind of remembered, like, oh, the boneless changes in this game kind of thing, but...
Well, they start putting their foot out, like sticking
that's what
it
you're
straight
supposed
out.
to do, technically.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess what are
Yeah.
they doing? Bean plants in this?
What she's mainly doing, it looks way
Yeah.
more like a actual bean plant, because when I've skated, I've done bonelesses, and like you're supposed to stick your leg way out like
There
that.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So there was the no can defend and then wax on for jumping basically onto it, and then wax off for jumping back off of it.
Huh.
I guess no can defend then is a gap for grinding most of it up or down. I don't know. But yeah, different gaps now that the crane has changed.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of
Very
weird. It really
How
feels
did I
like sort of
thought-
uncharted territory, sort of. Just
Yeah.
again, in terms of like knowing stuff about this game.
You may be the 5th person ever to have actually ever done that.
And you might be the 6th person to have ever played this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't find this all by myself. The Tony Hawk wiki did have info on doing those.
Also, I will
Yeah.
say that Tony Hawk 2X is looked at by a lot of people as like the best Tony Hawk game. So this is not going to be played by only like 6 people.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Up until like last year, I didn't even know this game existed.
Yeah, because people really
I've
like
never
Tony Hawk
heard
2.
of this before.
It's because people really like Tony Hawk 2. And then
just
so it's
more
like
Tony Hawk
1
2.
and so it's like 1 and 2 in one thing, and they're like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of mash it together and you get the
I
best
like that
Tony
a
Hawk
lot.
game.
Yeah.
All right. So we've seen the 2 challenge levels. Next time we'll go to Tampa Skate Park, which will be a competition level. But of course, that one also has its secrets, as we'll see. So join us then.